I'm just going to have to just be honest and throw it out there that maybe your life isn't as full as it could be or as abundant as it could be, or you may ask, why, if God promises this abundant life, why am I still down? Why don't I feel this abundant life? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Kirsten with Daily Devotions of Inner Beauty. And we're going to talk about this exact subject today. All right, I like this study that I just came across today. It's John 10:10. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the fullest. I came across this study this morning that I kind of wanted to share real quick with you guys, and it is based on this verse, John 10:10. It feels like so many people have just become so focused on themselves and so focused on their problems and what they're going through, and the whole poor me. Look at my life. Look at what I've become. Look what it is. Look at what's happened to me again. And why does life keep bringing me down? And I admit I've even had an attitude like that. And if you want the abundant life, you've got to kick that attitude. You've got to get rid of it. You've got to get over yourself. How can you have the abundant life, the joyful life that you want, when you're constantly just looking down and nothing's ever right? You can't. And the thief does come to steal, kill, and destroy. When somebody's life has become so boring and dull that they have to resort to artificial means in order to add some excitement. And, sometimes those drugs bring that excitement right away. And then eventually you become tolerant to them and they no longer work and you need more, or you need something else. They dull your senses to the God-given abundant life that he promises. But the one who does bring true fulfillment and joy stands at your heart's door right now and knocks. And he's knocking to ask you to get over yourself, basically, and let him in. Take him in and see the joy that he can give, that only he can give. There is nothing else in this world that will give you as much joy as having Christ at the center of your life. So God's knocking, but you also have the thief knocking. The enemy who is trying to take you away from God. He does not want you to have the abundant life. As John 10:10 says, it says he comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He wants to destroy your day. He wants to just take any sort of joy, any sort of happiness away from you, because he knows then once your joy is gone, once your joy for helping others is gone, once your joy for serving God is gone, once your joy for just spending time with God is gone, then he knows that if he can rob that, he can take it and put the focus on yourself and make you think of what you don't have and what you've been going through and how hard life is. That's how he robs the joy. That's how he steals, kills, and destroys the joy from your life. That's one way. For me, attitude repels other people to no end. Especially if you continue to do it. There are times when it's okay, when you can say, I'm struggling. This is really hurting. This is really bothering me. Will you help me? Will you pray for me? Well, I can't get through. I can't seem to reach God right now. I'm not saying that Christians are supposed to walk through this life always Pollyanna, always joy and full of joy and happiness, because God didn't promise that we wouldn't go through struggles and trials. We will. And that's life. That's because there is sin in this world. It's not that God gives it to us, but he does allow it, because sometimes those struggles that we go through actually, in the long run, can bring us closer to him, where we can then take in the abundant life and have the abundant life that he gives. Think of the word sin, okay? S-I-N. Now, what's between the S and the N? It's I, okay? I, the poor me attitude. It's all about me. It's all about what's going on with me. Okay, sin. There's your I right in the middle. If you want to write that down, write it down on a piece of paper. That I is what is blocking us from the abundant life. It's what's blocking us from God's blessing. When you are all about yourself and thinking about everything that's gone wrong instead of the blessings that he has given you, the things that are going right, you are kind of halting any future blessing. Like, as long as that I is in the way, you are not going to have the blessings that he wants to give you every single day. Every single day, his mercies start new. And as long as you have that eye, that big eye right there in the center, he can't flow those blessings to you. So let's get rid of the eye. Let's take the eye out of sin. Now, let's ask God to go ahead and take our eye and bend it and do what he has to do to help us get over ourselves and help us to put our energies into serving him, into wanting to spend time with him, to read his word, to love him, to help others, to love others, to do something for somebody else rather than us. Let's ask him to help us put our minds on things above, on what is true, pure, and righteous, and good, and wholesome, as in Philippians 4:8, I believe, talks about that. Let's ask him to bend our minds, to make our minds, to turn them away from the I, from ourselves. So if we ask him to turn the I, let's say he's going to bend that I that's right in the middle of sin, S-I-N. He's going to take that I and he's going to bend it, and he's going to make it into a full circle, which is 0. Like it's basically taking the I away from us. We are no longer focused on I and on me and what's gone wrong with my life. But then look, when you have that I that is bent into a circle, you have Son, S-O-N, the Son of God. That is what brings that true, full, abundant life, the life that you so want and you so crave. So let's get rid of that I out of the word sin. Ask God to bend it, to make it a 0, to make it so it's not all about us. Because for a moment, we may think that how could getting over ourselves make us happier? But try it. I want to challenge you today to just get over yourself, quit dwelling on and thinking about about poor you, stop dwelling on the past, stop dwelling on, what's hurt you. Get over yourself and get into God. Let him bend your eye and make that access reach him, and make it so that the blessings can start flowing in, because only until we allow him to help us and we are willing to get over ourselves will the blessings start to flow, and then we can start seeing what we actually do have. So I love you guys so much, and I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Talk to you later.